Well, just over a month to go until Inauguration Day, President-elect Joe Biden continues to flesh out his cabinet. His latest pick is Congresswoman Deb Haaland for Interior Secretary, and if confirmed, she'd be the first Native American to lead that department. And we're expecting Michael Reagan of North Carolina to be nominated to run the EPA. He currently runs the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality. So the Biden team is keeping busy, and joining us to talk about that and the other political events of this week is our political insider, Armstrong Williams. Armstrong, great to see you this morning. It's been a while since we've had a chat. Let's start first with President-elect Biden's cabinet picks. And it appears that he's aiming to build a very diverse administration. Some reports saying he is even considering a Republican for at least one position. So what are your thoughts on his strategy?
Well, one of the things, well, good morning to you. It's great seeing you also. One thing that he has to be very careful of in nominating Congresswoman Haaland to the position at the Department of Interior, it gives Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, very thin margins to do her bidding to make sure that Biden's legislation and agenda is passed. The Georgia race is appearing more and more likely that the GOP will take both. And so it's already a razor thin margin. And there's still seats in New York and other places that have not been determined. And if they were to call today, the Republicans are in the lead. So obviously, President-elect Biden wants to show diversity, whether it's Native Americans and whether it's blacks, and sort of diversity that you certainly did not see in the Trump White House. I mean, it does come with a price, especially if he continues to cherry pick people out of Congress. Because keep this in mind, Adrianna, this is his third pick from the U.S. Congress that will be serving in his cabinet in some capacity.
Right. So a last-minute shakeup this week in President Trump's cabinet. Attorney General Bill Barr handed in his resignation. This was just days after some apparent tension between him and the president.
You know, I must tell you, Adrianna, I know we have not mentioned the stimulus bill, which is about to pass, and President Trump suggested now that $1,200 to $2,000 is what they should allocate per person, per citizen in this state, which is in this country, which is unbelievable that he's showing this kind of compassion and understanding. And at the same time, as he goes back and forth with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, he and Attorney General Barr have been very effusive with each other in their praise of each other through tweets, through comments. I was a little concerned, as the president has a lot of legal wranglings that are going on now that are very critical between now and the time that he leaves office on January 20th. But obviously, Trump has the confidence that Mr. Barr's deputy can handle it. But right now, what we thought would be intense, because the president did send out some troubling tweets about the attorney general, but it seems to be now that the president is presidential. He's getting on with the business of people where the needs are. He's showing support and respect to his former attorney general. It's not something that we often see from this president of the United States when he either fires somebody or someone decides to leave. And so I think what we're seeing now is that whatever fog and whatever state the president may have been in since the November election, I think he's coming to the reality that, one, that people must move on. They must plan their lives. Not just the attorney general, Adrianna, but other people in the White House cannot be held hostage in the believing that the election is going to be overturned and the president is going to serve another 4 years. They've got to get on there with their lives. They've got families. They've got responsibilities, and they need to start looking and building their next career.
Right. All right. Armstrong Williams, thank you so much for your time this morning and sharing your insight. The Armstrong Williams Show airs every Saturday morning at 10:30 right here on WJLA 24/7 News. Have a great weekend, Armstrong.